I said it softly, like it was nothing, like it was just a gentle pause between sentences, not the end of a chapter. I'm not ready for love. That's all I said. Bare, unadorned, like it wasn't meant to matter. But he heard something else entirely. He heard goodbye. And maybe, deep down, that's exactly what it was. If you ever push someone away, not because they didn't mean anything, but because they meant too much, then maybe you understand. Maybe you've been there too, watching someone walk away while you silently scream for them to stay. We were never official, not in a way that comes with labels or declarations, but he became my favorite notification. The reason I checked my phone before I even rubbed the sleep from my eyes. The stillness after a decade of noise. A kind of peace I didn't know how to hold, let alone deserve. We met at my friend's engagement party. The music was too loud. The shrimp was overcooked, and he made a joke about it. I laughed harder than I should have. It wasn't some cinematic, sweeping moment. No fireworks, no slow-motion glances, but it landed. It stayed with me. His name was Eli. He had a soft smile and eyes that seemed to listen. He noticed things most people skimmed over. He remembered I liked my coffee with too much sugar and that I couldn't stand noisy places. He never tried to impress anyone. He didn't need to. He just kept showing up. Quietly, steadily, kindly. And that terrified me. I had spent years tangled in the wrong kinds of love. The ones that burn too fast and vanish before the smoke clears. The 2 a.m. text messages that feel urgent but lead nowhere. The promises that crumble before morning. I was used to love being loud, unpredictable, dramatic. Eli wasn't any of those things. He was present, consistent, safe, and safety, when you've lived in chaos, can feel suffocating, exposing. It strips away your armor, makes you face parts of yourself you've long buried. With Eli, there were no puzzles to solve, no mixed signals to obsess over, no drama to keep me distracted. Just presence, just care. I remember the night I said it. It wasn't a fight. No slammed doors. No shouting. Just the two of us on my couch. The soft flicker of an old movie painting the room in warmth. He reached out, laced his fingers through mine, and said, "I really like to be around you." It should have felt comforting. Instead, it felt like standing on the edge of a cliff, heart pounding, afraid of falling. I smiled polite practice and said, "I'm not ready for love." That's all. Just that. He didn't flinch. He just paused, like he was weighing the truth in my words. Then he nodded slowly, the way you do when something hurts, but you won't make it harder than it already is. "Thanks for being honest." That was the last full sentence he ever said to me. No angry exit. No guilt-tripping text messages. No begging me to reconsider. Just a quiet kind of goodbye from someone who respected me enough to believe my words, even if they broke him. At first, I convinced myself he'd reach out, that he just needed space, that maybe he'd text something small, "Want to talk?" and I'd fix it. But days blurred into weeks. The silence stretched on, not cold, not punishing, just final. I checked his Instagram like a stranger, saw he'd unfollowed me, not blocked, not bitter, just gone, like he was making space for someone who wouldn't flinch when love knocked on the door. I started remembering the quiet things, the way he always placed his phone face down when we were together, the way he noticed when I drifted away mid-conversation and gently asked, "Where are you right now?" Not in a possessive way, in a present one, in a way that said, "I see you." And that's when it hit me. I had spent so long surviving the wrong kind of love. I didn't recognize the right kind even when it was sitting beside me, brushing my hair back, asking if I'd eaten, memorizing how I took my eggs. I told myself I was being cautious, that I didn't want to hurt him by offering something I wasn't sure I could give. But that wasn't the truth. I was scared. Scared he'd see past the version of myself I carefully curated. Scared he'd see the cracks, the damage, the parts of me even I couldn't love. So I left first. I said, "I'm not ready." He said, "Okay." And that was it. I dated after him. People who looked good in pictures. People who said the right things at the right times. But no one sat with my silence the way he did. No one made me feel seen without having to perform. One night, I opened our old messages. They were still there, Every dumb meme, every text me when you get home, every you've got this. I typed out a message. I didn't mean what I said. I was scared. I miss you. And then I stared at the screen for a long time and deleted it. Not because I didn't mean it, but because I think he's moved on. And if he hasn't, then maybe he still remembers and is choosing silence anyway. And I get it. I really do. Because here's what I've learned. People don't always fight to stay. Not because they didn't care, but because they finally believed you when you told them not to. And that kind of respect, it hurts more than being yelled at ever could. So if someone shows up in your life with something soft, something steady, something real, don't run. Don't hide behind. I'm not ready when what you really mean is, I'm scared. Say the scary thing. Say the honest thing. Say, I want this, even if your voice shakes. Because when I said I wasn't ready for love, he believed me. He walked away. And he never looked back. And now, I sit alone in the quiet he left behind. A quiet I chose. A quiet I fill with thoughts of what could have been if I had only been brave enough to stay.